Welcome back to Task Force Podcast, an airsoft podcast made by the airsofters for the airsofters.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode Task Force Podcast. I'm your host, Snake, joined by my co-host,
Nasty.
who's
Always awkward.
most definitely,
Actually.
yeah, it is. And today we are joined by a special guest, random guy Kev. Kev, what is going on, dude? We're excited to have you on the show.
Maybe.
Oh, can you hear us?
Haven't?
There
Yeah,
we
I can
go.
hear you.
Yeah, we're live, cuz.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
thank
thank you
This
for
is fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. I know I've been talking Kev for a while, trying to get some time together. So I'm happy you could cut some time out of your schedule, even though you're still busy. So I appreciate you. I really appreciate you coming on here. For those of you guys who don't know Kev, let him know a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, I go by Random Guy Kev, content creator extraordinaire. I do have my website, rgkairsoft.com. You can go there for your airsoft news related stuff. YouTube channel, youtube.com /Random Guy Kev for all your juicy goodness of airsoft stuff. But that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, the website, when you were dropping it, and I've got it pulled up here.
Oh, that's actually kind of fucking nice.
Yeah. So he's got tons of freaking information here. Let me show this so that way everybody can see it here. Tons of information. So if you guys are looking for a place to be able to go to find out about events, gear, stuff like that, his website, RGK Airsoft, is actually pretty fucking nice. Plus, you can get his links to the Airsoft Report, the bi-weekly Airsoft Report, which
it's quality.
Dude, I watch probably at least the same day that you drop it. Sometimes I'm at work and I will sit there and put in my earbuds and listen to it. Can you still hear us?
My man is having a hard day today, okay? So that's all there is to it.
Let's see if we can get that here.
Unfortunately, there was some issues between him and his woman. Not bad issues, just miscommunication. So
connections here. And I know he's on his laptop and he's out running around doing some stuff. So
until he comes back,
you get our weirdness, our awkward
bang
weirdness.
You're dead.
Because if you are talking, Kev, we
can't
hear you.
Sorry, dude. LOL, get out of here. We don't need him anymore.
Cole says, tell that boy to turn his camera on and stop eating. So there's
that.
There's a message.
There's
but in the meantime, until we can get Kev's voice back, oh, there we go. I figured something had happened.
Yeah.
There we go. I got you back in here.
Hi.
Yeah.
Did you guys not catch anything I said?
Dude,
No.
you were like nothing.
You just dropped.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Where did I leave off on?
Your website.
Who I was or something?
Yeah, your website. We were talking about the website.
Oh, sorry. Website, rgkairsoft.com. And then my YouTube channel, Random Guy Kev. I do random stuff and airsoft goodies and all that jazz. In regards, guys, you guys are still there, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The question I have for you guys, based on your episode with the Airsoft Pro League, I know you guys had mentioned Airsoft supporting Airsoft. Do you guys still stand by that statement in regards to APL?
Airsoft what? Sorry.
Airsoft supporting airsoft.
I still
in regards to
stand.
the
I
community.
still stand by airsofters supporting airsofters.
Mhm.
But not scammers.
But yeah, but just like I've stated to other people, like I'll support you, but if I don't see result, that gives me full ability to be able to press back on you, and exactly what I've been doing with the APL and pressing on them to drop fucking something. I don't care if you drop me unedited footage. I don't care what you do, but you now at this point have stolen people's money and given nothing in return. It's time you drop something or give a refund. And so
I think, sorry, go ahead.
And so I feel like, you've got to be able to push back on these people. And,
I told motherfuckers to buy it.
Yeah.
And then now you're going to fuck me over and not
Right.
give the people that bought it.
Exactly.
Dude, no.
So like
We'll
now
fight,
it's partly
fighting terms.
Yeah. Now it's partly my role to get in there and start fucking pushing on you. Like we didn't buy it, but
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. So my thing is, initially when back in July 2020, they dropped a bunch of snippet videos, looked amazing. I never said anything about not supporting the Airsoft Pro League. I genuinely wanted to support the Airsoft Pro League, and I think we had a discussion. I don't know which one it was of you guys. When I posted my video in September, we had a discussion about why I posted my video and the logic behind it, because I'm sitting there asking questions that are being asked to me because I don't know any of the information. I
Right.
run a website where I'm sharing airsoft information, and if I don't have enough information, what am I doing?
Right.
It makes no sense. It's not logical to me. I'm a logical thinker. I like to overthink situations and everything. And if I don't have enough of the answers, I'm going to question each part of it. So when I initially posted, so A.S.A.P, they posted their video back in September 18th. They had the whole podcast thing. Sorry, September 19th.
yes.
Your dates
yes.
are good.
Yeah.
Which they
September
just
18th,
dropped episode 55 too. Again,
Yeah,
they
they-
finally made it public. So if you did miss it, so like I didn't get a chance to catch it live. I tried to hop back on and watch it right after, and it was
No,
not
they
there.
deleted. They took it. It was. Let me tell you, I watched it live, and that's where I took all my notes. And I was like, "Yo, this shit is wild." Even though Cole, I mean, I get it. Cole was a little bit drunk, but at the same time, he was asking questions, and Chris Machi wasn't answering shit. So
Right.
it was like, all right, what made you? What makes your thing different? Oh, the game modes. Okay, what about the game modes? This is why the game mode question came up, because he said that's what made his thing different. I'm like, okay, what the fuck about the game mode? Oh, we can't talk about it because then we're giving it away and people gonna copy it. Okay,
Right.
but you're saying that's the only thing that makes it different. Like you didn't specify anything. And then he proceeded to say that I don't really like Speed Soft. We're doing something different than what Speed QB. They're not doing too much. And I'm like, bruh, Speed QB is successful. You don't
Right.
talk about a successful brand, and you didn't even release your first episode. You didn't release shit. You
Right.
just said, go to this website, purchase for $24.99. You're gonna get 7 episodes, and you're gonna get put in a giveaway. And I got so much kickback from people in regards to that $24.99. I'm like, bruh, I get it, $24.99, but at the same time, if I'm paying $24.99 for Netflix, I know what the fuck I'm getting.
Yeah.
It's detailed out for me. I know what movies I'm going to be able to watch. I know how many seasons going to be here. I know what this is going to be. Same thing for Hulu, Disney Plus, everything. If it's your brand, it's your product. You want to provide people as much information so they know what they're investing in.
Right.
That $24.99, yes, I have it, but do I want to give it to you? No.
Fuck no.
For what? What am I investing in?
Right. At some point, you're investing a little bit in giving faith to people, which I can, like I said, I can get behind. I'll give you some faith, and I'll work on it from an airsoft together. But
people like how KWA are like, we don't want your money.
Also, by the
we
way,
just want your videos.
also,
or, views.
By the way, speaking of A.S.A.P podcast, we have somebody who wants to jump in here, and I'm going to bring him in right now.
Oh, dude, is this the flame room about to happen?
And it's Cole from the A$AP podcast.
Oh, what's up, Cole?
Oh, fuck. Is it on here already?
Yeah. Dude,
Oh my God.
What up, Cole? What up, Cole? I'm just talking my shit right now. So
Oh no, there's a lot of shit to talk. Yeah.
No, dude,
Yeah,
let's lay it
so-
down. I'm ready, dude. Let's fight. Like,
okay, so this is what additionally, this is what happened. September 18th, A.S.A.P was going in on them. September 19th, these guys dropped a snippet gameplay of a game mode, a dumbass game mode, which is literally attack and defend.
Oh yeah,
I had
the
to-
fucking bomb.com or whatever gay ass name it was they came up with.
some Hornets fucking turtleback or some shit. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was like, yeah, Cole pressed them so much about like game modes and shit like that, and they finally dropped game mode. Well, it was like, okay, well, that's it. That's all y'all got. But it's like, and then I know for your episode, October 9th, the season 2, episode 12, he talked about, continuity. Like, bitch, we don't give a fuck about different camera angles. We want to make sure the shit is flows right. Like,
Yes.
they made they literally, their first episode, they made the gameplay hard as hell to watch. And I said that I let people watch it before me, that I was like, let me hop in this bitch and watch it. They made it so hard to watch when it was switching angles, going to a different person. It was like, like this, I get it. I get what you're trying to do. The execution is terrible right now. And that's why, like, when KWA came out with Fight Night, I knew about Fight Night months before this came out.
Right.
But it was like a thing that was being planned out and processed and being worked on, and it came together as a plan. And it's like, okay, it's our first, go around. Why would we charge anybody for a product that we don't have? We don't know if it's going to do well. And my thing with this with Chris Machi is like, bro, we're from the same area, and I feel like you didn't contact anybody in the area to kind of help you to like push this forward, because the airsoft community, if they believe in your product, they'll help you promote the fuck out of it. But the way he executed it on the forums and talking shit about people and started being a baby back bitch about everything, bro, I didn't have to say a damn thing. That's why, like, myself and the A.S.A.P guys, we didn't have to post anything because he was hurting himself.
Right.
He hurt himself entirely.
Right.
We didn't have to do shit. People kept attacking us. People kept saying, like, little snippet comments and shit. But like, yo, fuck you. People are already going ham on you. And like in your season 2, episode 12, he said that the Milsim community was pushing back. No, it wasn't the Milsim community. It's the entire airsoft community, because they see what bullshit that you were putting out there.
Right.
So like, I think, in my opinion, the airsoft community know what's good and know what's bad, and tries to and sees what you're selling, but you literally, like, you wasn't selling anything good. And he was talking about, clout chasing and all this bullshit. No one's clout chasing for a product that's not even out.
Right.
For what? For what? Like, he talked about, hey, we're dropping, the full season Black Friday, and we got one free episode. Where's the rest of the fucking, like, and that's why I knew it wasn't going anywhere. Like, I had a one-on-one conversation with this dude. Literally, I went to Strike Force New York. I went out there because, I was just going to go out there. And I saw people say, what's up? He approached me. He was like, hey, I'm Chris Machi, APL, da-da-da. It was great. I really enjoy your video. I really enjoy your content. Hold up, dude. You're the guy that was just talking shit about me on, I don't know who else's podcast, because he was on a number of podcasts. And then you had your little goon squad, your fake goon squad, talk shit about me and comment on my videos and shit like that.
But
So
you're
want
gonna
to
walk
me
up to
now?
me in real life and say, "What's
Yeah,
good?
yeah.
What's good, bud?
Yeah,
you want
like-
some food? Let's go eat."
That's because he's a fight promoter, right? You just promote, and then when the time comes, you don't fight. You do not fight at all.
Yeah, literally, he walked up to me, started talking to me about, like, yeah, I take your feedback very well, and da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, yeah, I want to give you exclusive rights to, the release. I'm like, I don't want exclusive to nothing. Drop the content and keep it pushing. That's it. I told him straight up like that. Drop the content, because no one else cares about shit else. Because all you do is complain and talk bad about people in the airsoft community, but you supposedly know the airsoft community. Don't do that shit. That's not how this shit works.
Right. Now, have you ever seen someone kick someone when they're down so hard than right now? It's amazing.
I mean,
but I want to see. I want to hear what Cole has to say. I want to hear what Cole has to say.
The thing literally, you have not seen shit yet, because That day that A.S.A.P guys dropped their video, I dropped my video the next day. These guys DM'd me as like, hey, come down on Monday so we can give you exclusive all in. I was like, bruh, I have a day job. I am not coming to this bitch at 8 a.m. You're fucking out your mind. For you to reach out to me now because I put out a video about your shit. Fuck out of here.
Dude, it was kind of like when we were talking to him, I could get him to give up a little bit and I would try to press for a little bit more, but I wouldn't get anything. So I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. Let's go to the next question. Let's just like, I'm trying to pound through questions and they wouldn't.
He didn't give up a goddamn thing.
No, no, he didn't want to give up anything. And like you said,
his secrets, man.
like you said, he was like, well, somebody's going to copy my game modes. And I'm like, okay, well, if you film them, they're going to copy them eventually.
Right.
And it's already filmed at this point. So I don't understand what the point of not
Basically,
giving
what
some
you're
of
telling
them
me
was.
is you had nothing in the first place other than that free episode.
Well, their game modes, from watching the first episode, their first free video, like, we streamed it live on Instagram while it was on. I fucking sat down on my couch and I turned it on and I
remember
was just streaming it fucking on my phone on Instagram, watching it, and I was like, dude, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Right. I was like, I can't follow this, and I understand airsoft.
And everybody here knows
but
what's going on. Right.
I can't fucking keep up with what the objective is, who's getting shot, who shot who. I don't fucking get it. Like, you just showed me 3 minutes of gameplay that I don't even know what happened.
Looked like a fucking rave with the lights on. That's all it was. But
okay. I mean, and they were doing a lot of talking, commentary, all that bullshit. But like, again, my initial video was asking for information. What's the plan? What's the dates? When are the release dates? That was the main thing. They never gave release dates. They just said, hey, pay $24.99 and you'll get something. When will I get this something? And then, you know, who cares? Again, who cares about giveaways? I mean, some people care about giveaways, and that's why people entered it. They paid the $24.99, get into the giveaways. Wow, great. Thank you. What else? What else you got for me?
I did hear something about, like, they didn't even give away one of the guns they were supposed to give away.
They didn't give away the T10.
Yeah.
They didn't give away the T10.
But they got their payback for it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they played with it and broke it. That's how it happened.
Cole, what's your take on this, dude?
Please,
by the way, we've not had anybody on yet who actually has like a camera set up, so you look really fucking good on my gorgeous. TV. Like, you look really good.
Shit.
Cole's a fucking model.
I know he. I know he.
Fucking this APL shit has been such a fucking just roller coaster because
let the shit die.
Like, this is, like we said, we did our shit and I'm gonna talk about it here, and then hopefully this just
is done,
goes in the piss bucket where it fucking belongs.
Let the shit die.
All right, so basic timeline, right? APL starts they start putting stuff up. They created their Instagram profile, they start putting up videos, caught my attention, caught Punk's attention. Like, oh, this looks kind of interesting. We DM a little bit, talked to him. I didn't know who was on the other end, just kind of chatting and whatnot. Looked dope. I mean, he was like, hey, man, yeah, this seems like a cool idea. Can we get you on the show? Come on, talk about it a little bit. That was the same weekend as American Milsim Southern Front last year. And so I went out at that. It was pregame a little bit, go back to the house, kept drinking. Used to have a bit of a problem. They get on and we start asking, and I start kind of front loading, asking basic questions because I wanted to make it, because in the DMs and in the exchanges we were having, it became very clear that they thought they were going to come on and just get like a free dick suck. And I was like, nah, homie, that's not how this works, because I really want to know like what you're doing, what you're changing, and why it is you seem to think you're God's gift to airsoft when you've not involved in the community at all. You came right on his fucking high horse thinking that he was going to save us from our dirty little peon lives and that we had no idea what actual gun content was. And so you start asking basic questions, and I'm asking big boy questions. I'm asking like, are you paying these people? Or are you just getting a bunch of airsofters at your local field for free fucking labor like every other dickhead who tries to be a media person in airsoft does? Are you paying them? And if you're paying them, how are you filing them as an I-10, or do they get actual W-2s? I'm asking tax questions, which was not what he was fucking expecting. I'm sure, like, if you asked that kid the square root of 4, he'd probably shit his pants and cry. But like, and the entire time, and then I'm like, okay, well, let's get into the gameplay. Let's get into like what you guys are doing. What makes you different? And they're like, well, we can't tell that because it's our super secret sauce, and everybody will steal it. I'm like, cool. So you haven't fucking made it up yet.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Dope. And then you go on, and he got more and more agitated and defensive as I got drunker and meaner. And the whole thing kept going, and finally got to the point where I just got so frustrated with the non-participation in the argument and the back and forth that I was like, fuck this, I'm out. And I just like slammed my hands down, cut the feed, done. But I pulled the episode down because I was like, you know what? Drunk hindsight's 2020. Maybe I'm just a dickhead. Like maybe maybe A.S.A.P really is just a big fucking bully of the airsoft world, and we're just being giant cunts. Whatever. So we pull the episode down. We'll let it just like, we won't talk about it. We'll leave it alone. We'll chalk it up to, hey, it's a difference of opinions. We don't get along. Doesn't necessarily mean your product sucks.
Right.
Then the next day in their live stream, they're like talking shit, like, oh, there's a little podcast with 15 views. It's like,
Wait,
I'm kind of creeping on this live stream, like, all right, ask more fire emojis, you fucking retard. But keep going, keep going. Then, like, and then and I start creeping through and trying to figure out. And then Machi goes and he starts putting stuff up, and he starts going in all the forums, and he starts talking shit. Anybody that gives him any kind of criticism back, or like asking any kind of pushback or questions, they're haters. And then it's they had this real weird like MLM fucking marketing scheme on Instagram where it would be the same, and like I don't know if they just thought people were dumb and wouldn't notice it was the same 6 people commenting fire. Rome wasn't built in a day. This looks cool. Like I get it, your stepmom's commenting and supporting your fucking little endeavor here, but like
the Rome wasn't built in a day.
Stupid shit all the time.
The Rome wasn't built in a day comment I commented on. I was like, it's been 6 months now, so.
I mean, it's literally the same people that commented on YouTube videos saying like, yo, stop being cheap. You should purchase it. I'm like, hold on. Go fuck yourself.
I didn't even got to the money part because that was the other question. I was like, is there a refund policy for this? And if there isn't a refund policy, on top of that, what kind of VPN or what kind of credit card protection are you using on the back end of your website to process these transactions? Is it going through PayPal? Is it going through one of these other? Because I don't have a little fucking 14-year-old's bank account. I've got a house, a mortgage, multiple vehicles. I've got a good job. Like I got money in the bank that I don't want fucking disappearing because you're too stupid to do actual fucking credit protection. Couldn't answer any of those questions. Then as far as I can tell, there was no refund policy. So I'm sure that if they don't drop this, which I guess the season has now become 1 episode, which just sounds like the poor in production quality that this fucking thing was in the first place. It makes more sense.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the guys who ran with those two, Jake and Chris, and he was there and was taking part of it, and he was like, dude, Jake himself was really kind of the thought process behind it. Thought it would be cool, but he's been playing airsoft for a long time,
That's so, like, the real deal kid, right?
Yeah, the real deal. So he had the idea, and then Chris came along, and I think exactly what happened is he saw a chance to be able to spin it and make money, and all you gotta do is hype it and record some shit and we're done. And then I got told that after the whole filming and shit, he just dropped it and walked away from it basically and said, here you go, edit it.
I will concede a couple of things, and I've said this before, that the concept was cool. There was a lot of good work that was put into the product.
Exactly.
That Jake kid is probably a decent dude. I get it. He got butthurt because we were making fun of his baby, but at the end of the day, he should have had a little bit more like foresight to realize when he's getting scammed. Nobody sees it when it's happening, so I can forgive that. Shit happens. But somebody should have realized that a guy that dresses like Frank Lucas's gay cousin and wears fur and sunglasses at night and poses in front of V6 Mustangs that don't fucking belong to him and puts all this self-help like, everything to God wants me to have this fucking 2016 V6 fucking Mustang.
I want to drink with Cole. This is being amazing. I think we can get along.
Bro, it's just...
Then he started talking about he changed the whole conversation, went straight into politics about, the police don't get support from this and that. I'm like, wait, what? Are you talking about ATL or not?
Yeah, and then you went on that whole thing. One of my favorite quotes was when, because like I said, we weren't gonna put up the episode, but I was creeping. I was paying attention. I was tracking. I like knowing people are talking shit because that's one of my favorite things to do. So he's going on this other podcast. He's like, and they started asking me questions, and I'm not like Socrates to put together like a response. I'm like, I asked you a basic fucking question about a product that you created and are producing.
Well, the bad part was, even in ours, I felt like the guy who could answer the question about what they're wanting to go for was Jake, but he would just cut him off every fucking time. He would not let him talk. He was like, no, dude, I don't even know why you're here, basically. Like, so you're just here to sit there and look pretty. And
it's this
I'm going to
weird
talk.
Yeah, it's this weird like hype man mentality where it's all style and no substance. There's nothing behind it. It was all in your face, RGB lights, smoke, fog machine, fucking people in front of the camera. Like camera work, decent. Drone work looked all right. Too bad the guy doing the drone work was a fucking moron. The interviews didn't make any sense. Like if I was, because I talked to KWA because we have a relationship. They sponsor the show. We do a lot. Which I'm going to talk about this in a minute, but I'm one of the commentators for Fight Night. Like, you know, like we work with these guys, and for him to come on, take their brand new product, the Ronin 47, and be like, yeah, it's great. It's got a Crytek gearbox.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, dummy? You didn't want to get any fucking basic information on the product that you requested and begged for, and then use the guns during their photos, and it was like using them at random games, and then he gave that away as the giveaway guns. You know how fucking pissed I'd be if I bought something, got a raffle ticket, and got somebody's used gun that had been like used in the production of the game?
I'd fight.
Yeah. Fuck.
I'd fight.
And then speaking of fighting, then he goes in and he's like, well, I come from the world of combat sports. Like, you had one amateur fight and you got TKO'd in the second round. Google's a real motherfucker, man. Like, you're a promoter, cool, but you're a promoter for an amateur fight league, which as a whole is the scummiest shit on the planet. Amateur MMA, especially in somewhere like New York, where it's like kind of not really legal. No one's getting tested for PEDs. None of these guys are getting paid. Like the promotion's keeping all the money. Like there's just, there's like, I've been in that world, man. It sucked.
There's just so much bad vibes to APL. I love it. We just need to get everybody in here.
And it's not them as a whole. It's that one dude.
No, it's the OC.
And what's funny is even after the show, a lot of people started thinking that like we had a problem with APL or not APL with A.S.A.P. Sorry, excuse me. Way two different things. But I would be like, no, dude, I don't have a problem with A.S.A.P. Like they have a different approach. And that I made that post a long time ago here now at this point. This is fucking a year ago. Where I basically said like, yo, A.S.A.P. has a different approach. Basically, they're like your older brother who will punch the shit out of you. But at the end of the day, they fucking love you and they care about your well-being.
We out here giving wedgies for love, baby.
Exactly. See, and no problems with A.S.A.P. So I'm glad you could come on too, Cole.
Yeah,
that way people can see.
I think it's cool.
We had the same thing with Gorilla where we were like giving them shit because when Gorilla Radio it used to be Falcon, Debrief, Gorilla Radio, and us, and we moved to Thursdays, and then like everybody else moved to Thursdays. And then they started jumping in, and like, you know, there's that little petty, like, who's in each other's time slot shit. Like, we never really cared. It was just fun to talk shit. And it got to the point where Beast sent me a message. He's like, hey, is there like beef here? I was like, nah, dude, we're just fucking with you. Like, we don't care. Or like, people would ask me, like, why don't you ever promote any of the other shows on your show? I'm like, because we don't ask people to promote us, so we don't expect other people to want free handouts.
And if I don't talk shit, and if I don't talk shit to you, about you, in front of you, and behind you, I don't fuck with you.
Right.
Yeah, that's real.
I don't make fun of you. I don't like you.
So my thing is, in regards to all the APL shit that's happening now, like a lot of people are, you know, memeing it and shit like that. I mean, bro, that time has come and gone. Like,
it's gone through.
It's over with. Like, I get it. Keep that same. My thing is keep the same energy that you had in the beginning. If you supported that brand in the beginning, you know they fucked up. Okay, they fucked up. It is what it is. Let's wash our hands with it. Don't be like, damn, they fucked up. Now we're gonna meme them to death.
And then start because there's a difference between owning up to being like, I was wrong. This is a shit product.
Right.
This I now don't want nothing to do with
That's
it. And
me.
then there's, but what like, what cracks me up though is these kids that were like on their knees waiting for that APL money shot
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking mouth open, eyes open, waiting for that nut. And
Right.
now they're like, oh, the APL's crap, and it's always been crap, but I'm gonna make fun of it. Like,
Exactly. See, and that's
fuck
where
outta
like
here, cowards.
mine is like I'll own up to it. Like, dude, we fucking pushed it. We helped
I
them,
was excited,
and it
man.
sounded fucking cool.
I
It
was
really did.
ready.
But
that is a
If-
neat idea.
right, if you're gonna take money though, now at this point, like you're taking somebody's hard-earned fucking money, like I want to push on you, drop the footage unedited and give it to the airsoft community to have, at least for the dudes who went there and wasted time to get recorded playing and, you know, didn't go to their jobs, didn't go get money like they should have been, and just went and did it for fun in hopes of, let them fucking edit it.
When it
I bet it would
sucks,
be
it's-
way better.
It sucks so bad for all the people involved. Like I said, like that, like the real deal kid. Like he legitimately had an idea that was a good idea, and the execution, the people that got involved with him, drowned it. Essentially, he jumped in. It's kind of like if you ever fucking done lifeguard training or open water rescue training. Like you don't jump in the water with somebody when they're thrashing around because they're going to drag you.
Right.
Unfortunately, that dude came out of the gate, jumping the forums, threatening people, talking shit, doing this like look at you, look at me, look at you, look at me thing, and like he's not in particularly good shape in any of the photos. It's like I did not see one ab anywhere in there. But, and then
I have abs under my fat where I keep them protected. Yeah.
And the crazy thing, he had, you know, people marketing his product. I mean, again, I said the airsoft community, if they support something, they'll help you promote it if you come at them in a correct way, and if they see some type of vision.
Just
he
look
had
at
people,
SCP Overlord. It's got 10 million fucking views.
Exactly.
Yeah, he had people. He had like fucking Kicking Mustang promoting it. Kicking Mustang don't even fucking play anything of this sort, and Kicking Mustang's fucking banned from like 50 sites in the UK. Motherfuckers in the UK don't even like him.
They hate that guy.
They hate him. Why you got him promoting? Like, why didn't
Who?
you have somebody else locally Kicking Mustang?
I don't
Yeah,
even know
he
who
was-
that is, so I don't worry about it.
He's
You
a
see, that's
douche.
good. Yeah, he's a weirdo. Like, but it's my thing. It's the main thing is, if you're gonna support a brand and put your name behind it, that's why personally I don't put my name behind anything, because I know the value of my name on a product. And it's like, if I say, hey, if I do a review and I'm like, hey, this Elite Force product is amazing, I would recommend it. That's because I've done testing with it. I've let other people use it. Let 40 or 50 other people use it before I said, yeah, this is it. If I say something sucks, it sucks. It is what it is. And if I work with a company like Airsoft GI and people's like, yo, something happened with my gun and I haven't heard back from, yo, give me your order number, give me your email, let me contact my guys over there so they can get working on it. That's because I put my name on it. Now it's my responsibility to help out where I can.
Right.
So everybody that like put their name on this APL shit is like, that's why I said it's wild that you went from supporting it to bashing it. I get it that you feel upset about it, but at the same time, keep that same energy of you supported this shit from day one. You got to keep pushing and trying to get it out, not get it out in a, hey, I'm gonna meme them to death. Like, hey, Chris, where the fuck are you? Chris, where the fuck are you? Where's the fucking video? Where's
Florida?
It's
Well, you
it's
send
your
them
job to
messages.
get it pushed.
I've sent them messages, but you see, I don't get any response. But you make a meme where other people start calling them out, and then they get bashed on even more. You get a message pretty quickly. Actually,
At the end of the day, this thing, it needs to be dead. It needs to be gone. It needs to go away, and we need to like instead of focusing so much attention on bashing on something, instead of just cut your losses and move on to something like KWA Fight Night, which is free. It is promoted and sponsored by tried and true individuals in the airsoft community. And they're doing some really cool stuff where they're going to local fields, and it's not just about KWA pushing a product. It has almost nothing to do with that. The only time you see their products is because they use them in 2 or 3 of the game modes. But they're going to local fields, and they're wanting to get local airsoft kids who play like your local airsoft celebrities to fight against each other.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Speaking
So
of,
this
real quick,
kind of
hold
jumps
on, Kev.
into
Hold on, Kev. Hold on.
what
Kev.
happened? Sorry.
Hold on. Do your thing.
oh, okay, yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you pressing for?
Nothing.
But speaking of KWA, Fight Night, we have actually teamed up with KWA as well ourselves, and we have some KWA information for you. We've started a new segment on the show with KWA, and we're gonna roll right into that right now. So here we go. Get it in here. So KWA Fight Night Knockout. That's the name of this segment. And what this is we'll be bringing you some KWA information, as well as our guests. We will talk to them a little bit about KWA Fight Night. I know I'd been telling you guys we had some special information about KWA and Fight Night 2. And what that is I've actually got the Fight Night 2 lineup right here in front of me. So round 1 of KWA Fight Night 2 is Rocket from Team Down South versus Dom from SYG. So that's going to be a good lineup there. The second fight is Bill from Team A.A.P with Jason from Team MSE. Kind of two older guys, so that's going to be an interesting fight to watch. Expect to see some like little bit more tactics driven, maybe not so fast, but who knows, maybe they'll come out there and just say fuck their knees and slide all around.
And their back. Yeah.
By the way, Cole, in that first fight night there, I caught that knee comment, and yes, Jason basically said fuck his knees. The co-main event is Ryan from Team TTG and Michael from Team Biohazard. And the main event, of course, is Soto from LTD and Gunner, which of course is unaffiliated but runs the 1v1 tournament. So I think Fight Night 2 is going to be a pretty interesting lineup. It's definitely going to be worth a watch.
It's free.
Yes, it's free, 1, and 2, they've actually dropped an episode that was pretty good. But with that being said, Kev actually is kind of taking part with the Fight Night and running that East Coast. So what's going on with that, Kev? Can you let us know some of your involvement with the KWA Fight Night there?
Yeah, I'm working with someone called CQB Rush. He runs 5v5 competitions out here on the East Coast, in between Maryland, Virginia, New Jersey, New York, PA, and he's pretty much coordinating it. I put him in contact with KWA, and we've been working together to promote it and get it out there. So today was supposed to be the third round for like a kind of preseason type thing, and then we're going to go into qualifiers for the East Coast. So in the East Coast, we're doing it a bit different than how they do it over there on the West Coast. In the preseason, you'll get rankings. You have to participate in those to get some type of ranking, and then for the pre-qualifiers, it'll help you move up in the status of going to the actual championship. So we'll have 2 pre-qualifiers and then the championship match. We have some special things in store for that, as far as what the winner will win, and then ultimately, this is called KWA the Gauntlet for the East Coast, and in this one, it's going to be it's already interesting because a lot of people have been talking shit. We have a couple snippet videos that we'll be putting out soon, but ultimately, it's a good vibe. Everybody saw the Fight Night episode that dropped last Friday, I believe it was, Fight Night round 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
And people were asking about the East Coast one. I'm like, yeah, East Coast one's already going on. You should have signed up. We've been promoting it for months now. So, I mean, when you give people a competition, they either show up or they don't show up.
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
Not up or
people
shut
love to talk. People love to talk shit and say, yeah, we should do this, we should do that, and then when they have it, they're just like, you know what, I can't even make it. No. Oh, okay, you baby back bitch. Go sit down. Go sit down. Don't want to hear that shit.
For sure, but here's a kind of a question regarding, I guess, KWA, the Fight Night kind of scene. How do you guys think Speed QB has influenced more competitiveness into Airsoft? Because I've noticed the competitiveness has kind of picked up actually in the Airsoft scene, not only just in the CQB aspect, but also like you're seeing some of these guys kind of venture out into Milsim, and it really kind of is upping that competitiveness. I feel like even more so. People are wanting to move faster and kind of work on that a lot better.
I think that their Line Claw does their Line Claw challenge that I know the SYG guys were part of, and I feel like it's one of those things where people want to compete for something. No matter if it's BQB, if it's Milsim, no matter the game style, people want to compete for something and show how good they are. On the East Coast, it's one of those things where people talk about competing, and when you give them something to compete in, they're just like, yeah, nah, I'm good, I'm okay. And I mean, on the West Coast, where fields are like everywhere, it's like it's easier for people to compete. I don't want to compete in Jungle Ball, but I'll go compete in CQB. Or
Right.
I don't want to compete in CQB, I will compete in MLA. Something else that is available. Like even at Caber, he has his field out there. He does competitions as well. So I
Right.
mean, it I think it's very dependent on the area, how and the community, when it comes to competitions and what's available.
I agree. I think you're seeing a lot of these guys move out there, and it just kind of depends upon what is available. But I feel like kind of seeing it, and with it kind of being put in the limelight right now, because Fight Night and Speed QB are the hot things in airsoft. I mean, realistically, when you stop and look at it, it's kind of what is big right now. And I think people, just like anything, when they see like when loadouts are kind of on that moment, everybody kind of jumps behind it. I feel like it's the same way. But I think it's also going to up the play of airsoft as whole. Like everybody is going to be wanting to really kind of work on that speed and movement, not just so much working tactically as a unit, but being able to ramp it up.
Yeah.
So
I feel like CQB is doing what they need to do, in my opinion. That's why I was kind of upset when APL talked about them and made it seem like they're not doing shit. CQB did DreamHack. They've been traveling the world. CQB is a huge.
I forgot they
thing.
talk shit to fucking
Yeah,
CQB of all people.
I was like, yo, and then supposedly hit up CQB to participate, and it's like, bruh, like I would not talk with you. You wouldn't be at the same table with me.
Well,
Like I personally don't like people like that. Don't talk shit behind my back, and then in front of me, you're just like, oh hey, we're best friends forever. No, fuck you, kill yourself.
Man, what about? I don't know, dude. This is great.
Spicy boy. Well, so as far as the competition shit goes, one thing that I'm gonna beat to fucking death, and people need to understand, is Milsim is not a competition. It's an experience. There's a totally different thing there. Speed QB is a ranked. It is you've got an actual rule set, and you've got an actual point system and point structure. Yeah, Milsim events, you've got a winner and a loser, I guess, but that's not the point. The point is you're going out there and you're going through more of an experience. That's why Milsim West is so successful, is you've got a 24-hour or 32-hour, whatever, a full experience where you're getting immersed. It's immersions is the idea. Whereas you've got something, and we tossed this idea up with KWA like a year or two ago at this point, with getting the idea of doing something like KWA Fight Night, which was, I guess you could call like the proto version of what the original Fight Night kind of idea was, is go to something like TwitchCon and have SpeedQB guys doing 5v5s, and then grab your fucking Twitch streamers when they're done with their pro-ams, like your Russian Badger and your fucking Shroud and these kids, gear them up, move them over to the next auditorium, and have them fucking play against each other.
Genius. That's actually genius.
And because the thing people don't realize is during these big competition games that you've got going on, like with Rainbow Six or something, these guys, there's hours of downtime in between matches. So take them after that hours of downtime, shift them over, and let the personalities, not necessarily like the competitors or like the Call of Duty League guys, let them go over and actually play against each other and see how they do. People will walk over and watch that, and that's where it gets really interesting, where you get into it's not just the competition aspect, but it's also the marketability aspect that SpeedQB brings to the table. Yeah. It's really hard to market Milsim outside of Milsimmers.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's difficult. Because you always get the 2% fucking limp dick dipshits that are like, why don't you just join the military? I did that, faggot, and I fucking got out. I'm done. I want to have fun now. Or you get the people that don't understand why you would want to go and do something like that. Why would you want to spend $1,500 for a kit that you're going to use for one weekend to go out and ruin basically everything you bought just for an experience? I don't know. It's a dumb idea, but I love it. It's fun.
I'll do it again.
Fucking, that's half the fun of these games is building your loadout and stuff.
Yeah.
And so when you take something like SpeedQB, which has a marketable, competitive, set guideline that you can follow, then it becomes a exponentially more are a bigger thing for the sport. It becomes like something that can grow and evolve and turn into something completely different outside of. You saw it a little bit with paintball, where like they have paintball tournaments on like ESPN 7 or what the fuck ever, but like that went from
ESPN the Ocho.
Yeah, like you're not going to see Woodsball doing that, but
right.
Competitive paintball is a thing, and it's been a thing for a while. And there's no reason that competitive airsoft wouldn't be in the same wheelhouse. You just have to market it differently, and you have to build the game styles differently because it's got give and take of what you can actually do within that realm. But on top of that, you've got stuff like we've talked a lot on our show about having a set production run of like scenarios with milsimmers, or like with real team guys, like guys that know what the fuck they're doing. Set up like an idea where you've got like 10 teams competing for the same objective, and it's this like really high-end like movie quality production deal where like they have to rob a bank, right? And you have an actual set. You've got like different ways, different avenues they can rob the bank, and they're going to have Op 4 as the police that will show up and try to fight them, and they have to get out of there with the money, or they have to go in, and then you do time, and you do a point system, and like that's the way that you would create competitive milsim in my mind.
Right.
But unfortunately, it takes like a ridiculous amount of work and effort. Whereas with Speakeasy, it's you build a field, put dudes on the end of the field, videotape that shit. He got shot, mild objectives. Easy.
Speaking of sets and, doing some high-end film stuff, of course, A.S.A.P, Cole was a part of Siege, a fan film of Rainbow Six. So also I'm extremely excited. I want to see that come out.
Yeah, you and me both. Corey was one of the guys from A.S.A.P. We joke that he's Captain America because he's this giant, blonde, pretty cop. But he's an amazing jawline. He's an Army Infantry Airborne vet. Super cool fucking guy. He did, and I was actually supposed to be in SCP Overlord. I couldn't do it.
Hey guys. Sorry. I kind of have to dip because I'm being summoned right now.
Okay. Later, man. Thank you for being here.
Eat an extra plate for me because I would eat a whole plate, just so we're clear.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay. I'm just making sure. So thanks for coming on.
Have a
Kev,
good night,
dude.
man. Thank you for your
shit.
shit.
Yeah, no problem.
Later, Kev.
All right, later.
But yeah, we had Overlord that I was supposed to be in because a certain airsofter got arrested LARPing way too fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it, so I passed the opportunity along to Corey. Corey did an incredible job, and Corey's one of these guys that is aggravatingly good at anything he tries to do. I don't know if you guys have seen his art or he's good at everything. And so he decided that he wanted to start directing because he had so much fun on set, and cinematography and camera stuff has always been something he had a great interest in.
Right.
And so he wrote Siege, put the entire production together with Wayne Gaspin, who's the cinematographer from SCP Overlord. We also had the entire production crew, which was White Wolf Studios, who were once again from Overlord. And they got Booney Tomlinson, David Lee hooked us up with Booney Tomlinson, as well as all of our props and whatnot. With GBLS, we got their ridiculously expensive Pew Pew sticks, MC Custom Kydex, like all these sponsors that David got us. And then Booney, he directed an HBO documentary. So there was a lot of real talent on that set. And it got kind of wild where all of a sudden we had a real fucking helicopter. And it was like, oh, this
has gone really
quick.
far, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
That helo you're going to see, because the teaser hopefully will be out in a couple of weeks, but that helo is a real fucking helicopter. I almost fell out of that bitch because the crosswind caught because I have a riot shield because I'm Blitz. I get up in the helo and we're going up and we bank, and I didn't count on the fact that the crosswind was going to hit, and that thing turned into a sail and almost took me out.
Imagine that, dude.
Bro, and we did that scene 5 more takes, and the whole time I was just like,
don't die.
Yeah. Corey said the whole time he was watching it, all that was playing in his head was that scene from Tiger King or whatever. He's like, I am never going to financially recover from this.
Yes. Dude, it looks really fucking badass. The shield, by the way, was what? Faded
pilot props.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude makes some awesome shit.
Oh my god, he knocked it out of the park. He's still making his stuff for our Division kit. Unfortunately, that game's been canceled. But
I know
the Division was always
really.
Yep.
You didn't like the
off
Division?
the top. It sucked. Didn't even buy
The game was terrible. Game was terrible, but the lore and like the world they built around it was really cool.
That
which
was badass.
Well, they were supposed
Ubisoft
to
has
be
the
there was supposed to be a game that was down in Oklahoma. That's the one I was telling you about. I was like,
at D-Day, yeah. Overwatch Tactics was doing a division themed game, which Corey and I were Corey was the leader of the agents. We did it at the hospital, which is where we filmed Siege. That's how we found out about it. Because we did a game at that hospital AO, and Corey's like, "Fuck, this place would be dope to shoot a movie in."
Yeah,
but like gameplay, like IRL, I'd have been all about that. Like he's not wrong. The lore, the idea was amazing. Just game.
I didn't mind the Division so much, but I couldn't get into the game very
Ubisoft
much.
is the king of building a great world and putting fucking dick all in it.
Amen.
Like Ghost Recon Wildlands. Awesome game.
Yeah.
Great concept. It's this giant, beautiful, hollow fucking shell. The Division's the same way. Like all the marketing leading up to it is like, oh, this looks fucking great. And they're doing all these really emotional trailers and it looks dope. And fuck, the game sucks.
Drop the ball.
I want the old Tom Clancy's back, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like just.
I don't think I ever actually beat Splinter Cell. There's only one fucking mission that I got stuck on, and I just could not fucking get past it, and so I literally gave up on Tom Clancy.
I just want to see this dude's little movie come out because this is like the first time I can remember hearing about it.
Siege, yeah.
It's good. No, I'm excited. That would be badass to see.
If you guys haven't heard about it, you need to go check it out.
Yeah.
They actually have an Instagram dedicated to it, and of course you can find it on A.S.A.P
that or just go
to
Corey's page, which is Tactical Dork. He's always doing like all of his drawings and stuff and kind of putting up updates about the movie. But it's gonna be wild, and there was a lot of like real talent on set because it went very quickly from like 10 guys in a camera to
fucking helicopters, man.
We had a full production team. We had a real helicopter. We've got an RZR. We got like and this is the thing, like none of that is CG as far as the helos go. They picked us up off the ground, took us up, spun around, and we land an exfil on the roof with a live chopper taking off behind us. Like that's a real take. That shit was fucking bonkers,
That's
man.
Gangster.
Dude, I'm telling you.
And we had
we're sharing the photos right now on the live, so you.
Our boy. So it's Aaron Mendoza, if anybody knows who he is, he's a fucking monster. He was involved in it as well. He plays Goyo. We had Jessen Bateman, who is a multiple TACMED world champion. He works with like the scariest human beings on the planet and teaches them how to do proper medic shit. But just like the stills from the film are incredible.
Yes.
I think they've got one, if you scroll down, where like we're actually getting off the helo.
Yeah, right there.
That's Jessen right there, dude.
Was
Jessen's
that
a
just
bad motherfucker.
after you almost died? That picture was taken?
Where I'm running off away from the helo? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was that was right after we landed. Because the pilot was a bad dude, man. He landed on the roof of the hospital and we fucking hopped out and fucking immediately went into position.
That's so sick.
And so we filmed it like that. And the
so
the whole
in this
idea
photo, you're telling me there's a little piece of poo rolling down the inside.
there is a mountain of shit held inside of those fucking combat pants.
Yeah.
Just totally everywhere. And that shield was not light, man. Fucking Faded built that bitch out of wood. It weighed like 40 pounds. So that was
God, that's fucking. Did the lights work right? Obviously for the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they turned on. Yeah, I mean, in the game, I think they're flashbangs.
Did you get to keep it?
It's a working. We raffled it off as one of the sponsors. So Dan Altman, one of the owners of 878 Airsoft, actually bought it, and we're all going to sign the thing at the premiere, and he's going to put it up at their home field.
So when's the premiere again, or is that?
We don't know yet. It's in post-production now. So it's in VFX. We have our own original sound score that's going into it now too. Like the way this came together, like I said, is crazy. It went from 10 guys and a camera originally to an entire production. And so now like it's getting its own original sound score. It's getting VFX. I've seen like the rough cut of the VFX and they look badass. Like it's going to have better visual effects than like your normal sci-fi original movie. Like it's gonna look like a legit production. It's nuts. There's Corey right there with us.
Wait, is it free?
It's totally free.
See,
it's gonna be like
we fuck happens.
we please, if you like, whenever we were doing the Kickstarter, like we have a new project that's gonna be coming out. Hopefully, we're gonna be filming in September at Copperhead and Plias, which is gonna be QRF, which was the original idea that we were gonna do. Unfortunately, COVID screwed that, so we weren't able to do it. But that's the next production we're doing. So we're really hoping that the teaser for this drops, the actual movie drops, which is going to be like almost 30 minutes at this point. And then people see that, get hyped up about it, and throw money just fastball money at the Patreon for QRF whenever it gets ready to come out, because
dude,
that one is going to be cool too.
I mean, just from what I've seen from Siege, like I'm already excited for it and your guys' next stuff, because I watched the SBC, and we talked about it on here, and it was fucking awesome. And so now to see Corey trying to do his own thing on it, and I mean, honestly, like at this point in time, if you're in Airsoft and you haven't played Rainbow at some point in time, like to me, dude, Rainbow Six Vegas, I played that game literally until it stopped working.
Any
Xbox.
Rainbow Six.
Yeah, there's Tom Clancy is the best tactical author of our time. Like, it's insane. He's incredible. And the books are, and that's where Corey's coming from. He plays Siege a lot, and it came from like a real fan centric area where like he wanted to do it, and he really wanted to make it like something legit. Like we've been tossing around the idea of shooting a short with a stunt team in Kansas City for like as kind of a test shoot for some guys that we want to use for QRF. Which since the Division game got canceled, I think we're talking about doing that now. Like I'm just going to go up with him for a weekend. We're going to book up to Kansas City, and we're going to kick the fucking dog shit out of this stunt team. They're rated for like 30-foot falls, and we're like throw these nerds through doors and stuff.
If you guys swing through Wichita, I mean, hit us up. We'll get some beers and shit. Yeah. Because
we can fuck shit up
what,
too.
You're
it's
down.
Whatever
you're
you
down
want.
south. You're Tulsa or
Texas.
not? Oklahoma or Texas?
No, I'm Texas. Yeah, Corey's in Oklahoma City.
That's right.
So it'll be a good time. Like I said, QRF will be cool. Cool. We're gonna try to make that. I think the last I'd heard from Corey is he's hoping to make that like an hour-long production. Like he wants to get out there for like a week and film in Playas, which I'm always down for. Playas is fucking dope.
I know. I'd love to make it out there, but it's just. I think me and you
have
talked about this before. Yeah, we drove 24 hours. So it's in New Mexico.
Oh shit! That's not a 24-hour drive.
Yeah, it is. Where it is in Playas, dude, it is out there.
Oh
yeah, it's like we drove to Pennsylvania because I talked to Cole after we got back from PA, and I was like, it was a good game, it was a good time, but a straight 24-hour fucking drive, and then 40-hour game, and then a 24-hour drive.
And we will have already been there, like Phil. Like we may not play. We'll have already been there filming for like an entire week.
Yeah. So there's how like you can only do so much, especially filming, because I don't know what the fuck goes into filming. So don't even.
It's
like
it'll blow your mind how. So like we filmed fucking 14-hour days for 4 days straight for what's going to be a 28-minute film.
That hurts.
There's a scene that I've got that we spent like 6 hours shooting, and it's maybe a minute long. Just this one segment.
That's rough, bro. No.
I'm
the food guy, bro. Like, here's some food.
It absolutely blew my mind, just like how much work and time and effort. And this was one of the things, again, that pissed me off so much about the APL is how little it seemed like the people that put blood, sweat, and tears. And like, I will speak to the moon about the production team, White Wolf Studios, MC Custom Kydex, Wayne Gaspin. You know, these guys that came out and just absolutely killed it. Walnut Tree Studios is I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's the guy that David Lee hired to do the BTS stuff. Just incredible work. The behind the scenes shots are insane. He's the one who shot all the interviews and whatnot, which are great too. They added so much legitimacy to the project to have like real working professionals on it that were willing to donate their time. And a lot of the times, I don't think many of them, I think Corey's been going back in retrospect and like just throwing money at people like, hey, dude, fuck you. I know you said you were doing it for free, but here, which is how it's supposed to work whenever you create a project and you succeed. You were supposed to make sure that it benefits everyone involved.
I remember you and the effort you made, so I'm going to pay you for that.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, you're getting the money.
And it's one of those things where, like, you know, then, or you could turn around and do what the APL did, be like, well, we're going to do a giveaway. We have 300 fucking people. There's maybe 25 fucking names on that wheel, dipshit. I can count.
Yeah.
300.
It was very disappointing because, like I said, I thought it was a good idea, and I'm with Kev.
I wanted to be about it.
We should probably help, like try to push and whatnot, but at the same time, like
you fucked up.
I know the footage is there. Yeah. I know the footage is there. Just drop it. Just give it unedited.
And I understand people that were involved in the project. Nobody wants to have been involved with a turd sandwich. Like, it's just not. You don't want to, but at the same time, I mean, it just it sucks to suck, but you gotta own up to it at some point.
Oh yeah.
Just like I said, like with the video, like that video was shot like in the height of my alcoholism. Like I've been drinking since I was like 12, and I've recently got sober. It's been like 7 months now. So you go through shit like that, and it's weird going back and watching and listening to that episode because it's hard. It's hard seeing yourself fail, but you've got to do it to some degree. And those fucking morons just don't have the wherewithal to understand that they made a mistake and they created a lot of problems for people, and they created this like aura where like nobody wants to fuck with them anymore, unfortunately. And they probably shunned a lot of those guys' future projects, like guys like that Real Deal kid who more than likely could have been pretty successful in doing those things,
right?
Or could have gotten himself situated to, you know, get to a different level than he is at with his own like tech and marketing stuff. But unfortunately, now his name is tied to that shit stain of the production.
Yep. It's so sad to see someone like he's a smart dude with the guns.
He is.
Don't get me wrong, okay? And then, like he just said, you're tied to a shit basket that you'll never get untied from.
Well, the problem is if you get tied to a shit basket, like, not really a big deal, but you get tied to a shit basket inside of a small community.
You keep defending that sinking ship.
Yes, that, and then also a small community like the Airsoft community. Like, it's big, but it's small when you relatively like think about other shit that's out there, dude.
The Airsoft community is some nasty motherfuckers too, man.
Yeah.
Like, they don't forgive, they don't forget. Like it's really funny. I love Cass always fucking dude. I love that guy. He's always sending me shit. But like that's one of the dudes that like the funniest thing to me is when he was talking shit to the APL or talking shit to that one dude, and then he was talking shit back. I was like, I bet he is not expecting 6'4" cock diesel black Cass to be on the other end of that fucking phone.
I tell
like,
you, that man's scary. That dude's scary.
Oh, that's dude. Cass is my dude. That was my drinking buddy at events.
What's really
man. Me
funny
and him.
is Cass said that if me and Cole had an exhibition like boxing match, that he wanted to box you.
What? Why, dude?
Gotta get,
like, what the fuck? I gotta
get
put
some weight classes in there.
Yeah, well, I'm fat, dude. Like, that don't work that way.
Cole was like,
dude, you know what?
He was like, Nasty's my bitch. And I was like, hey, man.
Hey, I'd walk around being your bitch. Okay? Hey,
Cass is one of those hold my pocket types of dudes.
And I'd be like, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm your man.
Tristan said if you were involved with the APL, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Call JG Wetworth.
Call JG Wetworth.
It's my money and I need it now. But yeah, and like I said, that was the thing. And then it was really funny to watch like certain sections of the community like get really mad at us for ripping on them so hard. But then you realize that it was only people that were involved in the project or only like their weird bot sections.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were legitimately other people that like created videos just to try to get clout and hype off of, you know, the situation and the drama, which unfortunately is just kind of the nature of the beast with Airsoft. We got when we did the whole deal about little boy Wong and his foray into trying to rejoin the National Guard on a whim.
Yeah.
He's super butthurt about it. And he's like actively like talked shit to a third party to talk to us because he's not a fucking man enough to say anything to either one of us. But like you go through shit like that, and like I get it. He thinks that we were trying to like capitalize on the worst day of his life. No, man. We, if anything, that episode we really tried very, very hard to put it into a lens that didn't just like raise your pitchforks and fuck this kid.
Right.
Which at the time we were like, look, man, the whole story hadn't come out. You know, the Airsoft community is very, very reactive to things, and they need to understand that sometimes you need to sit back, especially in situations like that where people can end up in fucking jail for a long time, and just kind of chill for a little bit. You know, like let the facts come out, and then he I don't know, he became a martyr to the cause, I guess, or whatever fucking 2%, 3% bullshit he's been fucking fed.
Oh God, this is good.
I
love it.
It was definitely something that caught me off guard. I had gotten a message from somebody and was like, the fuck? And then I Googled it, and it was most definitely that. And I was like, wow.
Well, and there's other people in the Airsoft community who have gotten a lot of shit who do good things. Like, love him or hate him, David Lee takes excellent fucking photos, man. Like, the kid really spends a lot of time trying to push the Airsoft community. I know he's kind of a polarizing figure where a lot of people don't like him, a lot of people hate his guts, but I mean, credit to where credit is due. The kid does good work, and he was
Asian with a hat, right?
Yeah, Asian with hat, and he did a fantastic job on Siege of getting us materials and getting us
the
product.
pictures are fucking sick. I mean, like you have to give people the credit. Like, yes,
and that's
they do.
and that's one thing. Like, you can be an unliked character, which I like to get. I don't have a problem with
right.
it. You can be an unlikable person in the Airsoft community as long as you are backing your shit up.
Yeah,
that's part of the thing. Like, and that's one of the things with A.S.A.P. Like, we'll talk all the shit we want because we will back up what we say, or we will own up to mistakes we've made. I've been very clear with when I think I fucked something up or when we've had issues, but at the same time, there's nothing worse than watching somebody just like continually shit the bed and then not own up to it and then try to like blame it on other people, like, oh, it's just because they're haters. And I love that aspect of it. It's like, oh, it's just because you guys were talking all this shit and you turned the Airsoft community against us. It's like, I fucking wish we had that kind of power. God damn, I would abuse that so fucking hard. My God, I would use that, but we don't, and we don't have that kind of power.
I would be
we've
getting
got
things I really want at a much better price.
Yeah, like we've got a decent audience and we've got like deep connections, but that's just because we've been playing fucking forever. Like, I've been going to big scale Milsim events since like 2012. Like, I'm deep in with a lot of these people, like that Fatco Customs thing. Like, I've been friends with Ryan for fucking years.
Right.
The people asked me about my PTWs. Like, I didn't pay full price for them fucking things. They're just like John Zero of X Customs, who's one of the best, if not the best PTW tech in the country, used to be my roommate. Like, we used to have an apartment together.
That's wild.
He lives like down the road from me. So it's just like, you get these connections where it's like, people aren't giving me shit. I am putting an effort to get these things.
Right.
Sponsorships aren't like just a shower of free crap that you get, which a lot of people don't seem to understand.
That's what we try to tell people. We try to tell people all the time. Like, we've gotten messages and they're like, oh, you get paid and this and that. And I'm like, dude, this is all just for fun. Like, this is just... Like, my wife wants to fucking murder me because I do this every Saturday.
You should see
this. Like, what
you should see this every Saturday.
I'm waiting on mine to text me right now because she's over at a friend's house with the baby. So like, I'm kind of creeping, like waiting for her to be like, "When the fuck are you gonna come pick me up?"
Right.
Guys?
Single for life.
People don't realize how much money and time goes into something like a show like this. Like our shitty little podcast, which we try very hard to make it look like we don't put a fuck ton of effort into, but I have spent thousands of dollars on my setup.
Dude, you're changing up your setup there. Like, alone, just sitting here looking at your setup, I see a Shure mic and automatically I'm like, out of my price range.
So if you guys, no, these are like $250. This is the
Shure.
This is the
the
MV7. Yeah, the MV7, and it kicks ass. It is both, and this is just anybody if they want to get one. They're $250 on Amazon. It is a cardioid as well as USB mic. It has the Go XLR deal on it, and its sound quality is second to none. Like, it's absolutely fantastic.
I can tell.
And you can plug that shit into your phone too because it's USB-C compatible. So I can use that on the go to record.
That's fucking awesome.
Fuck Apple.
Fuck Apple.
They rock.
Yeah, fuck Apple.
And that's part of it too. Like, it's, a lot of this stuff is just like shit that you accumulate over years.
Right.
Yeah,
and years and years.
I agree.
Well, and also, but like, even changing your setup, because like now I know you changed the direction, everything is recording now, and like your camera, like you can tell it's a little bit different, or you've messed with the focus at least. So it's either something brand new.
I need to get a new lens. I've got it's on manual focus right now because the autofocus is being a dick.
I can't get our freaking autofocus to work with. It keeps leaving the little squares on the screen. Pisses me off.
It's something in the settings. Well, what are you guys using? Because I use an A6300 Sony.
We have a Canon M50.
Okay. Yeah, because Corey's honestly the master at it. Because I don't know if you guys saw like our creator night we did, but the camera he had watching him draw was a Sony A7 III. It was like that was like a $6,000 live feed video of him fucking drawing on the
And what
iPad.
is it, like a fucking camera hanging from his ceiling on a rack or something?
You should watch the footage of it. When he said what it was, I was like, holy fuck, that's expensive.
Oh no, he's now getting like the FX6 or whatever.
Why not? Fuck it.
Because
if he's got mom's credit card, take it.
If I didn't have to pay my electric bill.
Corey's killing it, man. That guy's and Punk too. Like, Punk's with his Slaughter brand. I love it when I go out to a field and I see Slaughter Co. or I see the Slaughter patch, and people don't realize that, like, that's one of the dudes from the show, man. Like, I saw some kid at the DFE game. I was like, I like that patch. He's like, yeah, and I was like, oh bitch, maybe come take that
son,
from you,
son. I'll fuck you up. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, We've got a slaughter patch right there on one
Well,
of
his
our
face is
plate
covering
carriers,
it.
but
Yeah.
No, it's a great thing, and he's doing really cool shit. I don't know if you guys saw the back and forth he was having with some fucking dickhead paintball company who like made jerseys.
yes, I did.
And they're like, oh, well, we've got receipts from 2019, and Punk was like, cool, I've been doing this from 2015, so
yeah, I know. He just saw it and was like,
yeah.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
well, it's a we didn't steal a font. I'm like, yeah, but Slaughter Gang has been a hashtag for like 6 years now. You can't
That's
true.
just like fucking
I'm not gonna lie.
roll up and take that.
it's one of those things. Like, I don't know. I think the community themselves, like, just a lot of things anymore now. It seems like if you have an online show, people think you get money from it, and it's like that's what we always get asked is like, oh, you guys have all these sponsors. Well, like 6mm Plastic doesn't send us anything. I don't really ever talk
Where
to
the
them.
fuck is
It's-
anything in this place
it's
bought
just-
from a fucking other company?
It's
dude. I'm
just a discount code that we could get for our watchers to be able to give them
Yeah.
something for at
Go.
least
Like
watching
the only
the show.
like I love like I said, we've got some sponsors for the show. Enola Gay is honestly the one that like we use and get shit from the most as far
Right.
as like KWA sends us guns and stuff, but I don't use KWA guns. Love them.
Right.
They're fantastic. It's just like I've got fucking $1,500 builds out
Right,
the wazoo on my wall. Like I love them to death. They're absolutely fucking phenomenal guns. They're just not for me.
Right.
Is the thing.
Respect.
Punk has been building out his TK45. He uses it and he fucking loves the shit out of it. I got the T10. I probably need to fucking mail that bitch back to Tom at some point. That T10 sitting in a box over there.
Cole also has an MCX, which I mean, like I'm
Yeah,
on the
that fucker?
MCX gang, bro.
Really?
I picked up one because it was super fucking nice, and I had been wanting to get one, and I finally just pulled the trigger on it, and so
Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
These
Look
things
at
slap. So this
Dude,
is
it does.
like I was talking earlier, this is a Fatco Customs. This is one of his tier 0 builds. So it's got the gate, it's got Siege Tech titanium gears, it's got a bunch of dumb shit done to it, and it shoots like super fucking far. I love this thing.
Dude,
It's
even
just-
out of the box though, I was crazy surprised just
Oh,
what you
dude, they're-
got.
they're gross. And it's my big thing is I used to have a real MCX and I'm pissed at myself for selling it, but it is one of the most malleable platforms. Like I know people just think it's another M4, but it's really
Right.
not. Like the feel and the way you can move around with it's totally different.
Right.
It's just a completely different animal, and it's an incredible little pew stick. I love the shit out of it.
Y'all ever dyno your airsoft guns?
Yeah, dudes over here like you LS swapped your M4. It's crazy. That's funny as shit.
Yeah, you got to take them out, man. But yeah, I mean that's
Let's see.
kind of getting back on topic. The airsoft community will be as toxic as you let it.
Yep.
Mm.
Amen to that.
And at some point you got to kind of call it. And I always tell people like, look, I get it. Like when you got to you always see it. You see it everywhere on the forums where people come out and they're like, just get in your airsoft. This is my loadout. Do you think this cross draw vest is better, or do you think like they're on a cardboard shoestring budget. They can't afford shit. They
Right.
just getting into the hobby. So shitting on them for not having anything.
Doesn't help.
It's it doesn't just give them basic advice, and they're never going to take it. They almost
No.
never listen to it. And if that's the
No.
case, just ignore it. It doesn't hurt you just to
You're
fucking move
fucking
on and keep
grown
on with your life.
people. You're
Right.
grown
At some point
men
in
and
time-
women. Let it happen.
At some point in time, someone gave you a piece of advice, and you were like, "Fuck that guy, he doesn't know." And then you went and did that dumb thing he said not to do.
You
or
were
bought
playing dress
that
up
dumb
with
thing.
your friends on the weekend. No one is getting
Yes.
laid in airsoft off
Right.
of airsoft. It's not a fucking thing. Just
No.
give it up. Nobody's cool for playing airsoft. It's a
Jet
fun
is the
time.
only
You greatly
one-
enjoy it.
Jet is the only one who has cracked that code of like getting laid for playing airsoft.
Oh, marrying. Yeah, they're actually.
Yeah.
What's funny too is like you got that too, where like you get into the higher rungs of whatever airsoft stardom bullshit is, and people start just like talking shit for no reason when they don't know you. They're lovely people. Met them at the DFE game. I'd never met them before, just except like in passing. But they were super accommodating. They really took good care of me and Corey and the entire command staff structure there. Took us out to dinner. Put everybody up in hotels and whatnot. I lived just like 45 minutes away from the game, so it wasn't a big deal. But
Right.
could not have been nicer people. And I saw like how their interactions were and how they dealt with problems on the field, and it was fantastic. Josh Warren runs an extremely tight ship and does a great event, and it's always fun to see that. It's a big reason like I always go. I've kept going to these AMS games and to Overwatch Tactics games, and these games where you can tell that people like actually give a shit about the community and about people having a good time.
Those are the games I would love to eventually go to.
We have a Patreon, and so we have this God tier, right? And the God tier can jump into the show if they want to.
Would you
and
mind?
So we have this
Tristan
God tier member.
I already know it is.
Just
Fucking Tristan.
waiting, and so I'm gonna drop him in here because he's been waiting. Clearly.
And
So, you're in here,
Meme Team
Tristan.
6, they're Razer Shark Pro V2s or whatever, the wireless Razer headset. And they absolutely fuck. I love them.
I want to figure out how to get ours to work. I need to get some wireless headphones for ours because I got a fucking cable that runs all the way across this table.
Probably modify your soundboard or run it through the actual PC, the host PC.
I know they have
I've been telling
they
you
have an XLR
how to do this.
Bluetooth plug, but that's
I've been
expensive as
telling you
fuck.
how to do this.
I know how to do these.
But it's this.
Yeah, I know. Money.
What's up, Tristan?
Tristan.
Would you turn him down, please, Tristan? Because he's always really loud. for me.
Turn Tristan down.
Yeah, or just kick him. It's
Wow,
fine.
what the fuck?
What's up, Tristan?
What's up? I want my money now. Who do I call?
JG Wentworth. Everybody knows this.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. I don't know if that's a commercial. in
About
his
that
area.
refund policy.
Yeah, I want a refund.
Wait,
I've been silent as a fucking monk about this bullshit.
well,
I have
So-
the patience of a fucking saint.
This
Let's just
is
do that.
this is the episode where you can just be
Obviously.
impatient and let people
Right.
know. So I mean, clearly, let them know. Let them know. Tristan,
beat the dead horse that
They'll-
has been beaten completely to death.
Yeah, so this horse has turned to fucking dust at this
Yeah.
point. Like it's a
Hey,
stain
I'm
on the
just
grass.
going to make whatever I want about it, and
'Cause-
I'm done riding the dick.
Right. See, because I'll tell you right now, past this point, you probably will not hear the APL mentioned again unless it's brought up by a guest. I will continue to probably press on them to be able to get something because I don't care. Just drop the footage at least. And
Yeah.
give it
I
to
bet I can make a
give it-
better production, less shorter.
right.
I
Give
could-
it
I
to
bet I
Tristan.
could
Let him edit
edit
it. I don't
that
give a
shit.
fuck.
We will have made and released a full-fledged movie, I bet, before they come out with that fucking bullshit.
That's just
Then I'll make a meme soft version about it.
I just really feel upset that I got really excited about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
I really
Me too.
wanted this to be what they claimed. And man, I feel bad for being the guy that said just go buy it.
Yeah.
You know, because
I feel bad about keeping my mouth shut about it.
And there's
Being
nothing wrong with wanting to support the community, and people need to if the sport's going to survive. But at the end of the day, don't just blindly throw money at any Dick and Tom that comes in there and throws pretty lights and shit in front of your faces. I'm doing this for you. That's
Right.
always something that sets off alarm bells in my head. Was like, I am doing this. I am giving you the opportunity to pay me money to move on. I was like,
Right.
I'm in sales. I get that shit, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
not fooling me, Mr. Man. I'm getting out of here.
Mr. Man,
I've
fuck
been
you.
bamboozled. I've been fucking bamboozled.
But it happens. So
Well,
ask
what,
questions.
Tristan-
What you can do.
Tristan paid full price.
I paid
yeah,
$24.99.
About that, yeah. The people that paid $24.99, did they get $5 back whenever the price dropped down to $19.99 or what the fuck ever? Like, because it didn't go on sale, they just dropped the price.
I asked Chris all I got was like an affiliate link, so anyone who buys it through my link I get 20% of that sale.
Oh,
I
they
only have
straight
7%
MLM'd it.
that
They
shit.
straight fucking MLM marketed that shit. They pyramid schemed. I didn't even fucking know they pyramid schemed it. They gave you percentage of sales for pushing sales.
Ask me any questions about APL. I'm just about done with them.
Oh no, let's see it. 'Cause
That-
you have the
that
deep
shit-
intel.
Interview.
That shit, like, I can't believe that they gave
my door.
I can't believe they gave percentage incentives to sell their own fucking product. Holy
Yeah, I was a
fucking
pawn
shit.
about that shit.
I knew what they had come and what they had sent, which it was somebody that we've worked with that's very, 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 very well known in the community, and they're a company, and they're the company package that they offered, their multimedia package was like, we expect this amount in revenue, and it was like, I want to say it was like they were expecting like returns in this realm of like $300,000, just something fucking
Holy
stupid like that.
fuck.
Like dumb fuck stupid ridiculous goals that can never be reached. and they were offering this. They were actually pitching this to companies, and the guy with his company hit me up. And again, they're like, I'm not gonna name them, but they're huge. And he was like, dude, this is what I got sent. He sent me a screenshot, and I was like, what the
Amway. I bet it's Amway.
No, it's bigger than that. But that shit cracked me up so hard, and I was like, okay, so like now I get what's going on. Now and that was like right before the episode where we had them on, and immediately I was like, okay, this is set in stone. I'm going to start asking hard questions, and if they do not answer these hard questions, I'm going to start calling them a bunch of scummy fucks.
So
And the drunker I got, the meaner I got with my insults. But
yeah, I was there for that episode. I was listening as I'm preparing my shit for the Monday filming, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Chris? Like, the 9/11 part, I'm like, oh my god.
yeah, like what the fuck did that have to do with anything?
I was like cringing a little bit.
You know what though? That always stuck in my head. Like, we bring you in early before the live starts, and they were really nervous about making sure we didn't do what A.S.A.P did.
Yeah.
Was ask them money questions, ask them the hard questions. They were like, please, we don't want that, we don't need that. We felt attacked. And I'm like,
well, what cracked me up is when he was like, these are the questions we want to be asked.
Yeah.
Bitch,
Yeah.
I'm sure they are. That doesn't get us anywhere if people are asking you questions that you want, though. That's the thing. And that's and nothing against you guys. Like I said, it's just a different style. But like when they came in, we had already gotten some red flag warnings, and the four of us kind of agreed that we were going to go hard on them. They just weren't expecting me to get blackout drunk and start insulting people like fucking out of the gate. But it's just how it broke down.
If you have any questions about the APL, just ask them.
because
Now's your chance.
I'm curious. Okay, so this is one I have, the NDA, which there's no fucking way it was actually illegally
None.
binding NDA. They didn't have an NDA because I had a bunch of people trying to tell me that they signed one.
But I
was
did have that was for the tryouts.
Mm-hmm. Now,
But
did they give
for
you
the first filming, I did not sign anything.
did they give you a copy of that NDA? Because legally, you were supposed to have a copy of any non-disclosure.
I did not
that you
have
give.
any NDA.
why the fuck are you not a
the
lawyer?
camera guy, when I was, you know that guy who bag dumped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I knew that was your bag.
Never
dump. That
would
shit
have
was dope, where
guessed.
you
And
went
then
on
the
top of it.
camera guy just like walked in. He's like, "Don't show that off. That's a production thing.
What?
Wait until the filming and whatever is done." He's like, "Okay, I won't release it on my Instagram."
Now I get that to a degree because there's a bunch of shit for like Siege that I like.
Right.
Some of almost all of my behind the scenes shit I can't release because of something that happens in the film, and it sucks. But
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Mhm.
With yours, like there was no teaser, there was no trailer, there was no like real updates to like what it was going to be about. It was just like, this is the Airsoft Pro League with their fucking 300 Spartacus wannabe fucking child actor or whatever the fuck that dude was. Like he was so intense, man. He was giving them lines and giving it his all.
I saw the metal helmet.
Oh,
It had spikes on it.
Oh, not that guy. I'm talking about the host that was like,
No, that's Steve
is the
Mason.
Airsoft Pro League. Like
That's
Yeah,
Jesus.
the host
Fuck,
announcer guy. Yes. He
Any
was-
other questions?
he was
I'm
balls
right
deep
here,
in it
right
for
now.
sure.
Ask them away.
outside of regretting it now, was it actually a good experience?
It was a fun experience. I didn't know it was going to turn into like a radio silence. If I knew it was going to turn to radio silence, I would have seriously thought about it instead of saying just yes.
Right.
Right.
So
That's
Chris
sad.
approached me and saying like, "Oh, we're looking for personalities," and I'm sure they did nationwide personalities, like they did the search or whatever like that. But we just got a bunch of like New Yorkers because it's nearby the place that it was filmed.
And they didn't want to spend the money to bring people out.
No,
Hmm.
or they just flat out disagreed with it and rejected it.
When
I
you
don't
were
know.
there, did it seem like they were not gonna do anything with it? Because
No, they
the
seemed
part that
like they
bugs
had
me
their
is,
shit
like-
together.
like,
They had
if-
the illusion of it.
right, if you're gonna like if there's delays, fine, but be open, honest with it about it, because there's
Like
there's
dead ass,
people's
yeah,
money
my
on
guy.
the line.
Shit,
Like
yeah.
there's people's money.
He-
Like if it was like I've said this before, if it was a free production, right, and they were like, "Yo,
I wouldn't have
it's gonna take us
batted an eye
time."
about it.
Right, it's going to take us time. It's taken us longer. Nobody would have cared, and you could release it
Yeah.
whenever. But the
I put money
moment
into
there's
that
money,
shit. Now I want my motherfucking refund. Damn,
right
dead ass.
now that there's money involved, though, it becomes more serious. Like you have to give them something for it. And I actually brought it up to somebody the other day. I was like, I'm surprised somebody who purchased it hasn't sued them for false advertising yet. About
There's no point. $25.
I
That's
should
what-
do
dude,
that.
But what you should do though is if you got a lawyer buddy, is have them write it up,
And threaten it.
because
Cease and desist letters.
I mean,
Oh, I
release
do
it,
have a lawyer, buddy.
release it or don't, but release it or give a refund. That's really
You're,
the two
at,
answers.
at that point, though, you're fighting over like you get a sunflower seed and you crack it open, you spit out the shell. You're fighting over like what's left of that shell you just fucking hawked on the
Right.
ground at this point. Like, I mean, you're talking.
Oh, if I have to drive a point across, I will. If I have
Not-
to make memes, I will.
Not to mention the fact that like at this point, like any legal action is A, you're going to cost you more than you're going to get, and it's not really going to be worth your time. But B is probably past the point of no return, given that it's been so long.
Right.
Oh, I don't give a shit. If I have to drive someone to the ground and bury them to the ground, I might as well go all out.
But the difference, I guess, for you is you were actually
I
involved.
like the world to burn.
You and Nasty.
And
both.
I don't care if I'm taking anyone else with me or if I'm taking everyone with me.
Speaking of world burning, I do now have to go pick up the wife and
Hey,
baby.
man.
So it's been great talking to you
Thanks
guys.
for stopping by, dude.
Yes.
This
See you
is
later.
awesome.
man.
Anytime. You boys have a good one.
Yeah, later,
too.
brother.
Yeah.
Tristan, on the same level
Yes,
as I.
Nick.
Let's burn
I mean,
this bitch,
nasty.
dude. Let's burn it.
Both of you. Whatever.
Yes.
What?
Dude,
What's
why
up?
do you just look like you're having the best time of your life?
Oh, yeah. I just came out of like airsoft, and I'm doing some renovations in my house and everything like that. And I was
Oh.
like,
See,
oh,
it
I'm
made
just
it
tired for today.
Damn, everybody's
My
tired
room's a
today.
mess. I'm doing like a support beam for my house.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right. I commented on that. I've seen that where you hide your drugs. I saw that.
What drugs?
The drugs you're on.
Are we
At
still
least
on
you
the
look
live?
like. Yeah, dude. See, hey, meme team, you got to put up with this guy.
Now I have to fucking meme the shit out of you, Snake.
Hey man.
Hold on
we
for a
match?
sec.
Why did we match colors here? Green on green.
I wonder what he's doing. He's
I'm-
telling his chihuahua to no.
I'm very interested in what he's doing.
At this
Definitely.
point, this has become so random. Like I could leave and come back and no one would
random
even
guy
notice.
Kev show it's random.
Right, and now
It
it's
was right
awkward.
there.
And the maybe 9 people that are actually truly watching, like Pops, Mom. Well, Pops probably went to bed, which is fine.
Oh,
Oh, you're back.
yeah. I was talking to my mom.
Oh, hi, Tristan's mom.
You don't want to talk to her.
Seductively.
Oh, my fault. I stepped boundaries.
Nah, it's okay. Any other questions? Because APL, I have a bunch of answers. If you
Well,
want.
okay. So, what's some dirty details they may have asked you not to like talk about? Anything?
At this point, nothing's gonna be released. So
Right. Is there
Let's
anything
see.
you saw or
First
experienced?
day was interviews and promos and stuff. So we like went on a Humvee or something, and we did like shots with the Humvee, like we're riding on it, like the team intros. So that was day one of filming, and then you got from each team 2 people from the team. So you know how like the guys introduce each other and everything. I had a cringe interview about that. I tried to act my part, danger close, because I had the Hawaiian shirt, I had all the fun crap, I had the glowing eyeglasses and shit,
right.
because I actually believed it. I was willing to
Right.
make myself like an absolute fool out of myself just for entertainment value.
Right.
Right.
Like I don't already do that already with my means. But anyway, second day was filming the the games, and the field was like a speed QB, like you saw on the
Uh-huh.
free
Free
episode.
yeah.
I did not get a preview of that field until it was go time.
Really?
Yeah,
That's wild. I would have figured maybe you got to Oh, what's up, Pops? I figured you would have at least got to walk around like they showed you.
Nope.
Man. Did
So
they
I
even
was
feed
totally
you?
unprepared. And you know those pyros?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I accidentally burnt myself with a spark with one of them.
Instant sued. Right then and there. Should have been like, oh.
No, I blame myself because it was my first time doing pyros. And I was like, oh my god, pyros, let me just poke them up over here so it's easy to pull. And then I pulled one of them. I actually got this bad boy over here.
That's crazy.
I don't know if you can see that shit. It's a burn mark, but it's okay.
See, I want
Airsoft
very
is
specific.
airsoft.
I want specific questions to ask him, but
I just
I've
don't
never
have
had the
any.
opportunity.
I just don't have any because you don't know anything to be
Yeah.
able to ask anything.
Right. Like I've never seen enough.
Like, because once what happened is they got there, they filmed, and then they got said, hey, don't tell anybody about this bit, and then they didn't say shit else to them.
Was it
Oh,
rigged
that
games?
type. So we had a bunch of game modes. I highly doubt I'm going to see Chris again, but so anyway, there was like we had that field. Then there was a bunch of game modes. One of them, you know that hornet's nest thing? You
Yeah.
have to blow up the balloons. I tried bursting one of those balloons, and it wasn't working.
Really?
Even with 2.5s or whatever. I guess I was shooting too far. My team got like wiped out anyway, but you want to know the horrible thing about it that ruined some of my let's just say I had a fun experience 100% and then 0 I had a shit time. I was like at an 85 or
Right.
80. Jake
dude,
helped me out a lot trying to piece together a team for me because my original team flaked out. Because let's just say my original team, they didn't want to drive all the way. Like, they thought it was going to be a 1-day shooting thing. No.
Right.
It was 3 days of shooting. The original tryouts I heard were a 1-day shoot and everyone was all there. And it was like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, they're trying to shove everything into 1 day. I guess they straightened out. Now it's 3 days of shooting.
Oh my god. So
And,
it was just pure.
they're trying to figure out
cancer
all the
from the
production
beginning.
value and everything.
It was very rushed, is what you're saying. It was very rushed. They had no real plan, and they just
The tryout was rushed.
see.
But the first
APL.
one was somewhat
Like-
planned. They planned a lot, but they still haven't released anything.
Right.
Was it rigged games? Did they want certain people to win over other people?
No, technically it was not rigged games. It was just contractors versus the players.
But technically, see, they probably were like, "Oh, fuck this guy's balloons. We're gonna make sure they don't
No,
pop."
I can say for a fact that didn't happen.
That's
But
actually surprising.
a few contractors, like, they had to go to work or whatever.
Right.
They had to like pick up someone or something. So after my segment where I played, I was approached. Hey, you want to help us out? Okay. Next thing you know, bag dump.
Backed up, which was
So
awesome.
the story about that, I had 6mm plastic BBs. I purchased some, and I was like, okay, wow, BBs. So for quarantine, and I was like, okay. September 24th, first game where I'm a contractor. I got asked for help. I became the contractor. So I was like, just in case, let me just carry this bag with me. Let me open it up. Okay, put it in my pouch. And I was in that place where the contractors spawn. I shoot. I think I shot the guy at the barrel area, and then my other guy, he moved around. I blast him up. Anyways, I started blasting, and I got one of the blackjack
Only
guys.
Tristan would find a
And
way
then-
to meme.
There's like this guy at the corner, or right over here. He's like crouching over whatever. It's like God destined me to be the bang number.
This guy's
And then I
okay.
helped it out with the guy because I felt bad.
I don't even like. He's not wrong. Like, what do you ask? Because we didn't get to see enough. I think
there's nothing to.
There was
ask.
a lot of team issues. Like some people didn't like come because they thought it was going to be a 1 day. So that was what happened with my team thing. So we pieced a bunch of like other people together. Yeah, some people didn't show up. Some people did. So we're just like, a team. Wow.
Did you have a stunt double?
No.
Lame.
You did all your own stunts?
What else am I supposed to do?
Damn, son.
Oh, God.
I'll be honest with you.
What am I supposed to do? Smoke cigarettes and Monster all day?
Yes, that's a good train to get on, actually.
I'll be honest with you.
I know. That's the goal.
I honestly
Mr.
like
Stephen Marler, dearly departed bitch ass.
Wait, he said my last name right. Yeah, that's wild. I don't.
Yeah, it's on your SoundCloud, you clown.
No, it's just not many people say my last name right. It's crazy. That's wild. Thanks.
What you want, Marley?
I mean,
if it's
not any more questions,
yeah.
No, man. Honestly, my drive for APL is pretty much fucking gone. Like I said, I don't want to talk about them anymore. In the future because
Jake's a great guy.
Not even worth it.
The players I met were great. I made a few friends. I met some of my fans. Like one of these, my teammates was a fan of me.
That's
Zapier
awesome.
Chris. He's a speed softer. He's a great kid. Drizzy, great kid. Blackjack's Tactical. Airsoft Spartacus, great people.
Yeah.
But it's just we got sucked into like
it's just weird, man.
And he is a great guy. But Chris, I wish I could have had foresight and like knew what was going to happen.
Right.
Because now I'm tied to the APL. I just move on from it, but I'm still like, hey, that's the guy who committed the bag dump at the APL. That's the guy at the APL. Even Revention roast me on that. Even Inept Tactics roast me on that. And I'm like, I looked at that, and I'm like,
Inept Tactics went back onto APL's thing and tagged me in one of my comments, and it was basically like a chance. That's what you should give the APL, was a chance. And I'm like, fuck now, because you don't know, but I also will stand behind
we didn't know.
Give them a chance.
The benefit of the doubt, it's that we didn't know.
Right, but you never know unless you give them a chance. Sometimes it's a fucking flop.
And we did.
So we have a question from chat. What did he say? Why did the KWA guns have tags on them?
They were shooting like some production, like the B-roll footage. They needed B-roll footage. That's from what I could understand. They were doing a lot of poses with that, and I guess they forgot to remove the tag.
Well, that's
my only guess. Any other questions, chat?
Did you meet Tristan Art and Airsoft?
Bitch, I am he.
Hey, I'm asking the questions we're getting. So
I thought you were Danger Close. So
yeah, I was. So the thing about Danger Close,
what was dumb to me?
The Danger Close one, I was like,
gave you guys.
The Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
General Shepard, Danger Close.
Yeah.
Explosions, Danger Close. It's close to. Yeah. The 40mm grenade launcher spot is the same deal. We point blank you in the ass,
right,
in the face, in the booty, in the chest. We give you a few.
We set your ass on fire. Give that heat treatment.
Yeah. He had nothing to say about that.
So the AEG, the rental AEG from the guy, he's shot. The motor spins. That's my only guess.
Spark lit the gas.
Electricity and the gas at the same time ignited. Went all over his body, but it died down. It was like, thank God it was a flame retardant.
It immediately burns up the vapors. I've seen it happen one other time before, but
But
it's pretty
thank
fucking
God the
rare.
kid isn't like on fire or this fire alarm stood. Oh my God, that would have been a fucking shit fest.
So, like I said, now you can
I
just
saw
say
good
heat
footage
treatment,
out of
man.
it.
Heat treatment, man. Just... Ugh.
What? Hey,
Yeah.
whatever you just did,
Mike is
don't do that
cancer
again.
right now.
Oh, it's Mike's. Hey, your mic's dead. No mic. Oh, this is good. Okay, now back to whatever the fuck we were talking about. What up, Shark?
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I hope I don't set anyone on fire ever again. I think I need to repent for that
You
shit.
do. You do. You need to go talk to God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go to church.
So do I.
But honestly,
Hey, you might meet God sooner. You're smoking and drinking monsters.
Dude, God? I hit that dude up once,
What
and
up,
he's
God?
like, nah, we don't take your kind. So I was like, okay.
Of course you wouldn't take your con. You don't believe in him. Philosophy. Philosophy.
And we don't touch those subjects on this.
I bet the priest touched you too.
but the best part is
Damn, dude.
Airsoft Shark just got back into the chat, and with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and probably wrap up the show because one, I don't have anything else to say about APL. Big thanks to random guy Kev coming onto the show, and also Cole from A.S.A.P since he was willing to step in here, and of course,
funny
the
thing
God
about that.
mode.
I discovered some guy made an Airsoft Gullible League on Instagram.
Airsoft Gullible League. I believe this is an Instagram, and you should probably go follow it at Airsoft Gullible League.
Yeah, I was like
it's
looking
in
at
there.
it, and I was like, oh, fuck, the memes have started.
But Tristan, of course, is one of the God mode
Patreon,
Patreons.
dude.
So,
Hey, high five.
dude, for sure. Yes, high
Kidding.
five. If you want if you want to support the show, you can always go and join our Patreon. Even if you don't want to join the Patreon, you
It's
just want
worth
to
it.
donate $1. Donate $1. Every little cent goes back into the podcast, and we what
Read the chat.
what boy, you better open your damn box. Yes, right after this we're actually going to do a live on Instagram, so if you're watching this, hop onto our Instagram. We're going to do a
What
live.
box?
We have an unboxing
Don't worry about it.
to take care of from Meme Team 6. So if you want to see that unboxing here, like 2 minutes after the show, we're going to turn on the live on the Instagram. We'll let people get in there, and we will do the unboxing from our special box we got from the guys at Meme Team 6, which, by the way, thank you very much.
Yeah, dude.
I will tell you, Nasty has not seen. I opened it because I want to make sure that nothing was broken and everything's good to go. So
This is a genuine.
We-
Everything
will
from
actually
Meme Team
open
6
it
is
up.
broken, even the psyches.
Wow. Shout out. Hey, can we get a meme fight between you two someday?
well, we got to. do the
Hey, I thought we were
soft
doing the meme
off.
show off or showdown.
Yeah, when is that happening?
We gotta. I gotta pick a date.
I gotta
think-
do an exhibition fight.
I think it needs to be the 25th episode, which this season 3 we're gonna do 25 episodes. This is
Fuck it, yeah.
14, I think.
So,
So-
you guys better get your shit together.
Yes,
Basically.
I have to
I
get
always
all the
have my
people
shit
together that I
together
want to
right
do
here.
and have it in there. But we'll be on the reach for those, and we'll let you guys know about that when it gets closer.
Anyway,
but yes,
discount codes in the description.
Yes.
Like and share with your bestie friends.
Yes.
Get on the Instagram when we're done with this.
Yes.
And everybody have a beautiful night. Shark went swimming, didn't drown because he's a
Subs-
shark.
subscribe,
Thank God.
subscribe, like button, notification.
And remember, there's discount codes for you guys to
Yes.
use. Use them. We don't get no kickback other than the fact that we're helping out the airsoft community. So
Right.
go check out the links.
Y'all motherfuckers
And-
get to save some money. If you
Right.
want the kickback to help Task Force, again, Patreon, that's patreon.com
Patreon,
Task Force
man.
podcast. So-
Yeah, and if you want to join, thank you. We love you.
But we love you guys, and we will see you guys next week.